Okay, I have 5:01. This is the Parks Board meeting of April 10th, 25 in the City Council rooms. And we will start with calling the roll, please.
Paul,
Yes?
Ray, yes. Guthrie,
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Shuck is absent.
As of now, yes. Minutes of the last meeting, we should all have a copy. I did not find anything when I had looked through them earlier, hoping no one else did. You do such a good job.
I'll make a motion to accept them as written.
We have a motion to accept as written. May we have a second?
Yes, second.
Motion has been made and seconded to accept the minutes as written. Call the roll.
Paul,
Yes?
Ray, yes. Green,
Yes.
Guthrie.
Yes.
Right. Announcements. I understand that a bid has been accepted by the city for the work on the water park. I have no more details on that, unless you, Cliff, have any.
I do not.
Okay?
Just
I
that we have that
no more.
pre-bid meeting coming up, but you
Are
can,
are we going to, will we get an email for that?
I did, I figured you would be on it, but as of right now, it looks like the 22nd, but they haven't
I'll
clarified
check.
yet. Because the only time that they had on their list, the mayor was available was the 22nd, so.
Was that on the kind of listing we got weeks and weeks ago when they were doing the whole thing?
I just got the second one, let me, I can forward it to you real quick. Just got it a couple days ago. April 9th.
Huh. Maybe I don't need to go. Anyway, it's the 22nd. Okay. All right, no other announcements, report, Clubhouse.
Yeah.
He's sleeping.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Yes, Clubhouse.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll start with the pro shop. Okay. Everything's going really well. We got new hats in. We got gloves. Kind of stocking it up. And we have more planned. I'm planning on ordering some apparel. And that's in the works. And we've been decorating it a little bit with golf themes, pictures, and everything. So it's feeling like a pro shop to me, and I'm getting some good compliments from people. So I welcome any of you to stop in anytime you want to check it out, that part of it, see how you like it. And today we just started. Didn't start selling them yet, but we are going to start selling pizzas. We got a pizza warmer. And we're going to be selling pizzas selling Harvey Hinklemeyer pizzas by the slice and by the pizza. So, along with our hot dogs and maybe some sandwiches and things. So
would you just order them and they deliver them to you and then you sell them as
that's
needed?
how it's going to be. Yeah, they're going to make them and they'll deliver them, or we'll pick them up. And we'll see how it's going to be. It's a new thing, so we got to learn it. Between Harvey's and us, how we're going to order them and. It'll depend, like when there's leaks going on or the crowded, I'll have to judge that time, whether they ordered it and see where we are and see how it goes. I think it's going to go really well. So I think that'll be a big thing. So especially when we have leagues and everything and outings. So that's an exciting thing we're getting ready to do. weather's been a little tricky last couple of weeks. You know, I mean, we all know it's been raining and everything, so it's been tough on the play, but in between time, anytime we had good weather, people are coming out, and everything, the course is looking good and everything, so people are excited to play. So it feels like there's a lot of excitement for golf up there right now. And carts, I think I talked, in the last meeting we had, I said that we had 14 new golf carts coming in at some point. Well, we got them, they came in, so we turned over 14 more carts, so now we have 28 of the new style golf carts and 22 of the older style, which the older 22 are still in very good shape, but we have a total of 50 golf carts, 28 of the brand new ones. And and on the, what we're doing, we've started this year selling in our advertisements, and I might have mentioned it the last time, we're decaling golf carts. So it's like a kind of a traveling billboard on the golf course for a year, all the time in outings and all day, any day, where we're selling that you can get an advertisement, and then we'll put 3 decals on the golf cart. We put 1 on the big front hood and then 2 on the sides, and we've probably got we got 14 covered now, and we got probably 6 ready to be covered that's already committed and paid for or ready to be in the advertisement. So that's 20 carts, and we probably got maybe 4 pending. So that's been a real big and a good thing happening, and it's a good advertisement, a good moneymaker for the golf course, and also for the retailers or whoever chooses to advertise. Like I say, it's a traveling billboard all year long.
And where does that money go?
Where does that money go? I take it to City Hall.
It's just going straight, it's
No.
just going into the revenue. We used to
That's
put-
not what I meant.
we used to
I
put-
meant, was it going into the general
Well,
fund?
I know you meant it differently, but and to be honest with you, I'm not familiar with everything, and I'm learning all that budget part, so I'm not knowing where everything's divvied into.
Yes, I wasn't
So,
insinuating.
I mean,
you
I
were.
don't know where my salary's coming from or which direction anything's going yet, but I know I'm bringing it here.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, but anyway, that's been a real big, moneymaker for us. And of course, we add in with I'm sorry, Gary, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's all right. We used to just, but we've never taken in this amount of sponsorship money.
Right.
We used to put it into that parks fund, where we get like the trees and stuff like that, but I think that it's good that we're getting all that money. It's just only helping us at the end of the year, hopefully, that we don't go into the red.
So.
Oh, right.
And then we have like, on top of that, we have scorecard sponsors, you know, we have scorecard, and we try to get sponsors on that. And that's separate from the cart one, and that's a separate advertising fee. And we usually, I think there might have been 11 on there, or 10 or 11 last time, but we got 12 this time, and we've kind of filled that up, and I got a printer or a company that's going to print new scorecards. And that's ready to go anytime. So they're ready. They're going to send me the proof, make sure everything's accurate on there. So we got sponsors, scorecards, and
Is that does American Stationery do that?
well, I don't think Modern Graphics did. My understanding, Modern Graphics did the last ones. And you know, scorecards are a little bit like you get so many of them. You know, I think we're going to get a batch of 6,000 this time.
Okay.
So that might. You could say if it only lasted a year, it'd be great that we sold that many. I mean, that much activity going on. But scorecards could last maybe a year to 3 years, maybe, or I don't know how long. But you know, it's not like you're going to use 6,000, or you might. I guess I'm not familiar with that. How many we're going to use in a year, but it could be more than average. You know what?
We're about there on rounds.
Yeah. So. You know, it depends on, the use of them and all, so, but for an advertiser, they may get 2 years out of it if we don't.
How much does it cost?
For the advertisement?
No, for the scorecards. Oh,
Unknown caller.
sorry, people.
How much does it cost to advertise on it or to use a scorecard?
She's asking how much we pay to print one scorecard.
Well, I couldn't tell you how much, one print, but like for about 6,000, it's going to cost us probably about, I'm going to say $1,500 to $1,600.
Okay.
And that cost is including, because there's if we had the files, it would have saved us another 200 or something, but they had to redo they didn't have the past or
Sure.
something. So this time they should, if we redo it, reorder, they'll have what they need. So they can, if I call in for another order, so it should be maybe, just what they told me, maybe $250 less or something, so. And then we got, say 12 sponsors that somewhere around, and a couple of them, and the company's helping us too, they're being a sponsor. So that's kind of like in a trade, which is kind, so that's going to help, well, that's going to help on the price too.
Yeah, because that comes out, what, 6,000?
That's going to, their cost is going to
1,500?
deduct from the,
Was that $1.50 each?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
And Meg and I are like, let me get my calculator real quick.
What is the cost, Jake?
Quarter piece,
to
25
advertise
cents.
On the card, what's the cost?
On one
500.
card?
For an advertisement?
500
500, 300, 400?
400.
for the carts?
No,
Oh,
for the, on the card.
Oh, the card,
On the
yes.
scorecard.
400 for the card,
And the
Five-
T-signs.
500 for the card,
For advertising?
for advertising,
Okay, for the
for a
sponsor.
year, yeah.
So we're making
And,
I think it's a-
4 times, give or
Yeah.
take, I'm rounding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then we have the third part of that is we have tea sponsors. It's a tea box sponsor where we have a stake in there, like a 4x4, and picture of the hole, and we put the design of the hole, and then on top, we put the advertisers on top there.
so next month, could you tell us what the actual revenue from sponsorship is?
Okay. I'm sorry, I say that again, I didn't understand what you said. I can't,
Could you tell us next month what the actual revenue of sponsorship is?
you mean how much we've taken in? I can do that.
Yes.
I can do
Like
that.
total decals, tea sponsors, carts.
Right.
It would just be nice to have kind of a round number
I
for
got you, yeah, yeah.
sponsorship.
Now, you have to understand one thing, there's some we're doing trade on. Some of them were like maybe, we're doing a company that's doing, or a business that's doing it for us, they're getting a cart, so it's.
No,
kinda
that's
like-
fine, just whatever you need,
What-
just bring us the
Right.
explanations,
I
it's
got
just
you.
fine. I'm just curious, that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
How much is it to be a tea sponsor?
I'm sorry?
How much do,
400
400 for that too?
400 for a tee, 400 for a card, and 500 for the decals, so.
Because this could be a significant
Yeah.
amount of revenue.
It is. But I will say this, we're lacking on the tea sponsors right now. We need to kind of pick it up a little bit. We're behind on them, I will have to say that, so.
Do you know how many you have?
Tea sponsors?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. 6.
Oh, okay.
And we got 18 holes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Only
good.
18.
You could fill them up real quick if we trucks left.
Yeah. So that's an area that we need to, and we may have to, do some, whatever, but we do need to work on that part, yes.
Good.
But we filled the cards, the cards are, filling up, so it's, just a lot, there's a lot on it, there's a lot to ask, you're trying to get, you'd like to go in and you ask for all 3 when you go.
Well, sure.
When you're asking for all 3, but, and I get it, but they're getting the advertisement too, you're getting cards, and it's gonna be a lot of we got 11 outings scheduled, we got 5 leagues, we got to choose up every day, and that's without the green fees or people, just in between all that playing. So there's a lot of activity and a lot of people seeing them, and a lot of comments, people just walking in, seeing the cards, commenting how nice it is, and looking at them. So it's very good.
Good.
So alcohol, we're going to start selling beer up there shortly. I think last meeting I mentioned that I was looking into a beer cooler, and we got that. We ordered it. We've received it. It's in place. We're waiting on to get the license approved. I think just the other day, they said the insurance was approved, so it's in place. So now we're just down to getting the license approved and accepted, and then then I think we're ready to go with that. And that should be a big pizza and beer, so.
Yeah.
It sounds like a combination, so, you know?
Pizza, beer,
And a
golf.
brand,
And that might be, that might be like the cart decals. I mean, it's good for the golf course. It's good for the people. It's going to be a good atmosphere and, you know, as long as, you know.
As long as
keep
they
it-
don't drive off into the nearest ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are just doing like beer, we're not doing hard liquor.
It's, right now, I think it's a two-way, what all two-way calls for. I'm not real familiar
It's
exactly.
It's like beer and wine.
Beer and wine, so I don't think we could get the three-way yet, because I don't think it was available, so this was the only one, so we're taking a step in this direction, so we're in step for the three-way the next time, or if it ever comes up, I guess, or however that works. And with that being said, on the subject of the alcohol and stuff, and the selling the beer and stuff, I've been in touch, I've reached out, and I've gotten contact, and I need to contact. We're going to set up a meeting with an excise officer. This is all new to me, to sell it, to deal with it, and it's all new to the golf course, and it's all new to every one of my employees up there. So I've had to do the training, I've had to do the beverage permits and all that, and they do too. But there's still, when you're doing a 2-hour training, and you still, it's, you know, you don't understand at all if you haven't been involved in it. So I want somebody there that can maybe help us, and even with my employees, I'm passing on what information I can, but I want to have an expert there for them to have a question and answer, because I'm sure what I'm saying might be correct, or maybe not quite understood, or maybe not correct. But I want somebody, an expert, if they have a question, and hearing it from them, and so what we can expect, and they can even help us, you know. So we're going to have a meeting is what I'm trying to get to. So I'm going to set up a meeting with an excise officer.
I think that's a great idea, because I'm one of these believers in, when I had stuff to do for the state, do it right the first time.
And that's what we're trying
And
to
that
do.
was the
Yeah,
best
because
way
if you
to
don't
do
follow the rules, they'll shut us down.
They
it. Sure,
will.
exactly, we don't need that.
And they will. And I want to be, I want to say we're going to be 100% perfect on it.
Right.
But you know how that goes sometimes, but I would like to be that way, but I want it to be as close, if not. That's the direction we're looking for.
Well, this, as you say, is a license, and they get taken away.
Exactly.
That's
And,
what
you
it
know,
comes to.
They'll shut the whole golf course down.
No, that's take your license.
Can't-
Huh?
They'll take your license, the liquor license.
Oh, I've heard they shut the whole course down.
Yeah. Well, there's fines involved for, you know, different infractions, but, you know, we don't want any of it.
No.
So, yeah, so whatever. We want it to be good. We want it to be fun. We want it to be what, you know, it's meant to be, just social, and, you know, so we want it to be a, you know, we're not looking, and we want everybody to at least working. I mean, that's my job up there, you know, with the help and everything. I'm stressing to them the importance of it, and I think they're understanding it, and so, yeah. So we'll see how it goes, and I don't look for it to be a problem, and if there is, you know, I will be there, so. And that's an important one, the excise meeting, but also with the leagues, like I said, we got 5 leagues. We're in great shape with play, you know, the guaranteed play, or that's good income, and it's, and a lot of players and stuff, so we're in good shape with that. We got 5 leagues to choose up. We got 11 outings scheduled. I just scheduled another smaller outing, but another one, so that's 12. So, you know, it's everything is moving in a good direction. And last time we met, I think I told you that we had, I think it's on that sheet, 63 memberships.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're at 82 now.
Oh.
So.
Ooh,
And hopefully it'll keep getting better. And the figure, I think, last time was, I want to say, I don't have it exactly broke down, but I think with the memberships and the personal cart rentals that they get to store a cart, and also they rent a muni cart sometimes for a full year. That's like having your own cart, but they're using our cart. I think that total comes out to about $76,220 is what real close to that right now that we've taken in on memberships, carts, and that's excluding daily carts. That's just the season that they're getting their permits for. So,
Are all all three of the cart barns, are they full?
I thought I mentioned maybe last week, or last month, I'm sorry, what we had planned. We have 3 barns.
Yeah.
And the closest one to Strawtown Pike is 1, the middle is 2, and then 3. Well, 2 in the middle is a cement one, a tight one, and that's where all of our carts were in before, our city carts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have 50 city carts. That barn's not very wide, so they were backing them in 4 side by side and kept coming this way.
It's just for the winter time, though, yes.
So,
It's just not as wide as the other two.
and they're packed, packed. You couldn't get to the back. So you never get to the middle or the back unless you have a big outing and pull all the carts out.
Yeah.
So when I started I planned this, I wanted to get cart barn 3, which we had 3 and 1 were private carts, personal carts people had. Well, 1 was half full, because I play up there, and 3 was half full, and I saw that. So I counted them, and I figured 1 has 50 spots, 3 has 40 spots. Well, we could get all personal carts in 1 with that amount that we're we've had in the last year or 2. So that gives us, we clear cart barn 3 out, so now we can put all of our city carts in there much safer, and now we can pull them in, and now you can go walk in, you can pull any cart out, any cart. You don't have to go down here in the way back in the back. You don't have to get all 40-some carts out. You can just pick any cart out and park it.
Yeah.
Easy. And now we got cart barn 1 full. It's 50 spots. We got like 58 committed, and we've got, I think, all but 7 paid for in there. So it's that move from what I'm trying to, I guess, point I'm trying to make is we've got that barn done. All cities in there, privates out of there, and all privates in here. It's just much more organized, makes more sense, much easier for the workers, a lot better. I don't know if you understood all I was trying to say on the numbers
Yeah,
and
I
stuff,
get
but it is, we're not mixing, so. And
I like organisation.
I do too.
I must admit, I'm a bit of a nerd about things like that. I liked everything lined up.
I do too. So that's, and I think that might be about all I have, so right now.
No, plenty. Thank you very much.
Well,
Anyone have any more questions? No. Good job, Jake. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Gary?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot from last month. We've been picking up sticks, and then it storms, and we go pick up more sticks. And then it storms, and we pick up sticks again. We have been doing some mowing. The only thing I really haven't mowed is the rough yet. Plan on trying to do that probably next week, hopefully. Other than that, we got some leagues starting up in a couple weeks, I believe, right? Like Jake said, we got that golf outing coming up at the end of the month here. And then, other than that, my pre-emergent app went down on the 19th of last month. I got some more new equipment in today. The only thing I'm waiting on now is my greens mower, so I need to dig up a couple sprinkler heads and level them out there, like in the fairways and on collars before I turn people loose out there and rip them out of the ground. Irrigation's still set to start June 1st, and I got some dirt for the new tee boxes that I'm going to be building, so, well, they're mostly built. I just got to get the mover out there to see it. So, but other than that, that's really all I got.
Do you feel as if you're on schedule?
Sorry?
Do you feel as if you're on schedule?
Sure. Greens look good. I still haven't putted on one of you.
No, I haven't had a chance to
We're
play
horrible
yet.
golf course people, Jake. What are we doing?
I used to play all the time. I haven't had a chance to play. I haven't played 18 holes since October, or 9 holes.
Well, that's what happens. Cliff quit playing golf years ago. That's about where I'm at, playing once a week. I started working at a golf course for the free golf, and I don't even get a golf.
Yeah.
Something's got to
But I'm
change.
going in. I'm going
So
in.
if you see me golfing during the day,
I'm
I'm
Trust
going.
me, I got my hours in. Yeah, other than that, really, I've interviewed a couple people. I actually got a kid starting tomorrow. I'm still waiting on college kids, of course. I got at least one coming back, maybe a couple. But other than that, I think really that's all I've got.
Any questions for Gary? Cliff?
Well, since the last meeting, we're still in the process of finishing up winter service and equipment repair. Hopefully, we just got a couple more weeks of that, and we'll be done with that. Same thing as Gary, picking up sticks, doing our spring cleanup. The street department's getting a grinder to grind up all their trees the end of this month, so we're trying to get all our tree removal done. I brought back guys early so we can get that done before they grind all that stuff up, because we're not allowed to burn anymore, so everything goes up there. The boat ramp, we had the ribbon cutting the other day, so that was good. The splash pad got approval. We got that pre-construction meeting coming up, more than likely will be on the 22nd, and I forwarded that email to you, Allison.
Okay, thank you.
We've been working on the remodel of Riverwalk restrooms. We're pretty well along on that. The main thing is right now we're just waiting on materials.
Oh, that's for the park, for the,
Yep, we're doing the restroom remodel.
right, for the splash pad.
We started working back on the concession stand there at the amphitheater. We'll try to get
Can you,
that.
I mean, what else? I mean, the last time you told us it was
Well, I haven't
electrical.
done anything to it because
Right,
I
'cause
haven't
we-
had time, and
Exactly.
there's been zero
Interest.
in using it. So I'm not in a big hurry to get it done if nobody's.
Way
gonna-
down on the priority list.
Yeah, so it's on my list. It's just
Not
everything
way
else
up.
has been more important.
Well, I always tell people I only do the most important things. The rest of it, until it percolates to the top, it's not important. You know.
For the remainder of the season, we got to finish working on equipment and continue that process. We've got a leak over there by the softball concession stand, small one, that I got to get taken care of. There's also a leak, I believe there's a leak on the main going to the pump house. I had the city come out and turn off the water at the 6-inch meter that goes to it. They shut both their valves, and I shut our valve, made sure our valve was shut, and I still had water pressure down there. So until the city can get their valve shut, I can't do anything with it, so. And they're gonna have that, be able to have that shut off completely before they can put the pump station in for the irrigation system as well.
Right.
So we'll have to get that figured out at some point here soon this spring. I'm trying to get some warranty work done on the pickleball court, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen.
What is wrong?
Where the net poles are, all the paint is cracking around them and on top of them. And I literally just got off the phone with the people who painted it about a half hour ago, and they're not gonna warranty it because they didn't install the courts. So evidently, the poles that are there are supposed to be poured, the concrete's supposed to be poured before they put the asphalt in. And so the poles, you wouldn't see the concrete like you see now. All
You would just
is
see
the
asphalt.
pole.
Right.
So the concrete for the pole is supposed to be poured in the binder, that gravel binder that's underneath the asphalt, and that wasn't done. So I'm gonna make some calls this week and try to figure out if
How to
someone
fix it?
If it's, well, I mean, the fix is just paint when it chips every year. I wanna find out if it was specified that they were supposed to do that, and if it's somebody's, I mean, it's not that old. I mean,
Right.
you shouldn't
2
have any
years.
issues with
Yeah.
it right now, so I'm gonna try to figure out whose responsibility was, if that was in the fence company's contract to do it that way, and they didn't, or basically gotta figure out who's responsible for it. And hopefully we can get that taken care of. If not, I'll be just painting them every year after the winter. 'Cause basically, it's from freeze thaw, it's that transition between the concrete and the asphalt and the poles, so it basically cracks that paint around, so it chipped off. But we'll get it taken care of. Forgot to put on here, we had 20 trees that were left over or ones they didn't want to use on the forestry project, so we're gonna plant a bunch of those throughout the park. We're gonna do a little photo thing they want to do on Arbor Day, planting some of them, so that'll be a little good publicity for the parks.
Can you remind me what trees we were intending to plant at the splash pad?
I do not remember.
I don't remember either.
But there's also, like, if you look at the 5-year plan, there was trees planned around the pickleball court and all
yeah,
that. So I'm gonna look at the 5-year plan and put things where they were in the plan, and then I've got some other areas where there used to be trees, like down in Quantiqua Park off Strawtown, where there was those grass strips between the drives there. There used to be trees in there, but they got wiped out by tornadoes years ago. So we'll put some back in there as well, but we'll find spots for all of them.
I have a piece of trivia for you.
Sure.
I actually was thinking about the very large maple tree I have in my back garden. I mean, it's like this round, okay? And I was thinking about how many leaves it has, because I move all the leaves in the winter and the fall. And the average maple tree has about 200,000 leaves, this size. There you go, today's
You're
piece of
probably-
useless trivia.
You're well above average then, I'm sure.
Oh, it's a big one, yeah.
The mayor asked me to help with some fence and drainage work on the golf course. We've got these splash pads to deal with this year. At some point, hopefully they'll get the rotary park finished this year. I've got when I cleared that out for them, I have a big pile of trees and brush and stuff that I was gonna burn, and now we can't burn, so I gotta haul all that up to the dump at some point here by the end of the month. I always have dead trees to cut down. Said finish up the concession stand plumbing cabins. Normal maintenance other than that.
Jolly good. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot to
There's
keep.
not a shortage of work.
Work to do.
I've still got projects that I have wanted to do since when I started in 2019.
Yeah, well, like I said, if it doesn't.
Well, it's only 2025, Cliff. I mean, come on.
You're looking at it.
Is plumbing and cabinets and concession stand amphitheater or West City?
What's that?
Your
One at the
concession
bottom.
stand plumbing and cabinets?
What about it?
Is that at the amphitheater or is that in West City?
That's the amphitheater.
Okay.
Okay.
The softball group is going to reopen their restrooms in the old concession stand.
Oh, they got in touch with you?
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're gonna reopen that restroom, fix the plumbing in it and all that good stuff, so that'll be available again this year as well.
If you don't mind, I'll just jump in on that. I'm Brandy Werns, I'm the president of Miami County Girls Softball. So we do plan on fully gutting the inside of that before we actually get it going, because there is mold in that building. So we are going to completely gut it. We're going to put kills or whatever the primer is that kills mold on there and make sure that everything is new, no mold is in there before we do open it for the public.
Perfect.
So we did just put a new roof on that building as well.
Yep.
Within the last month or so. So,
And the gravel work's looking good.
yep, we've got gravel going on too, so.
If you haven't been down to West City, they've done a decent bit of work this year, so, around the softball.
Yeah, and we're not completely finished yet.
So the bathrooms will be open. We had someone ask about whether the plumbing and the bathrooms would be open for the start of the season. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I don't know if I will have Miami's Fork done when I open all of them.
Well, I wasn't expecting that one.
Basically,
No.
April 15th, I always look at the forecast, and if the 10-day has no freezing temperatures, then typically you're good. I've only gotten bit once since I've been here where I had to blow them back out at the end of April, but that's typically not an issue, but that's the plan. So more than likely, look at the forecast, I'll probably open them next week at some point, if not the following.
Anyone have any other questions for Cliff? Old business? None. I like that. New business? None. Comments? You have any comments?
Don't necessarily have a comment, just more of kind of an approval from you guys. Like I said before, I'm Brandy Warrens, I'm the president of Miami County Girls Softball. Our opening day is coming up here on April 26th, which is a Saturday. We are struggling with volunteers for our concession stand for that day, and our board members are kind of running all over the park, making sure everything is in place, everything's going smoothly. So we are wanting to bring in a food truck and maybe like a lemon shake-up vendor for our opening day, so our membership has food and drink options, because it is starting very early with pictures and going until about 2:33, maybe even 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're trying to make sure that they have that convenience of not having to leave the park to get a quick snack or a bite to eat or a drink or anything like that. So just looking for approval from you guys on that. I have talked with Cliff about it a little bit before. I did talk with Matthew upstairs about permits, so I'm aware of what permits the food trucks or drink vendors will need in order to do that, so.
Excellent. You've done all your work.
Yep.
Good job.
I try to. Before anything, I try to do all of my own.
Well, I mean, this is why we have the system up in City Hall for reserving and for asking for permits. That's their job to do all that.
Yeah.
But does Cliff need anything else? Does he need to do anything else for you?
Nope.
Got it all good to go.
Okay.
Are your guys gonna, like, do they need to do anything
They're
for
just
her
putting-
power or anything for
They'll
the
plug
trucks
it
or
in.
anything?
They're good to
They're
go.
good? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as power, we pay for the electric down there now, so, at least on our portion.
Yeah, we
Easy
still
for
haven't
me.
figured all that out, have we?
It's all squared away now, it's all good.
Is it good now?
Yep.
Oh,
Their
wonderful.
own generator.
Right. Did you hear from the Take Back the Night ladies, who she sent me another email saying, was she on the list this month? And I said, no, we actually talked about you in
Who is it?
March. The Take Back the Night people,
They do that
they're
night
doing that
run.
10K run, 5K run.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, she was on the agenda last month, and we did approve everything. And I did mention to her that she needed to talk with you if she needed extra trash cans or picnic tables or anything for the time frame they were going to be using, I think up until like 10 o'clock at night or
Yeah.
something, wasn't it?
This is like the third year. It's that 5K at night on the Riverwalk. I don't think they
They
really need a whole bunch
No,
from
but
you
I did
guys.
ask her to contact you,
Yeah,
so
we haven't-
she's
that-
made, as far as I understand, the reservations with City Hall. I hope so.
That's one I haven't had to deal with really in the past. They
Right.
kind of just do their thing and.
I was gonna say, I think
Yeah.
I'd just be on the lookout in case they need something.
Perfect.
And I'm sorry, do we need to go back and vote for the,
Well, we can certainly do that, just to
I-
have it on the things.
Yeah.
That sounds a good idea for,
the
The
use
food
of
truck.
The use of
food
the-
truck and
okay, may we have a motion for the use of the food trucks for the softball opening?
I'll make a motion
And the motion is?
to approve their use of getting a food truck and other vendors.
Okay, may we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we've had a motion to approve the food trucks for the softball opening on April 26th. Please call the roll.
Paul,
Yes?
Ray, yes, Green,
Yes.
Guthrie.
Yes.
All right, we're squared away.
Thank
All
you.
right, you're welcome. The only other comment I have was that I did go to the opening of the boat ramp and was told that there's actually going to be a statue of an eagle that's, as you face the river and the boat ramp goes down here, off here, just before the slight bend, there's going to be a statue of an eagle, and there's supposed to be a contest at the moment for naming said eagle. I'm not sure when the voting was finished. I'm not sure who did it, but the city was,
I guess Brooke.
making the ground and the surrounding area fit for said statue. So I'm not quite sure where it was going to be installed, but that's why it's going to be called Eagle's Landing. Hence, we have an eagle.
I think I heard that, I think they, who was choosing the name, or is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I think they said it was going to be third
Third
graders.
graders from Elmwood.
Right, third graders from Elwood.
Well, I know the mayor did mention to me the names. The only one I remember was Talon.
Yeah, but they didn't
Well,
say a
that
name, they just said they, that's who was choosing it, so.
Yeah, but that was the only one I remember. I don't remember what the other two were, but I think that,
But they said they had some good names, I guess.
right, I like the Talon, I mean, because they,
Yeah. I want to add another thing that I didn't mention, if I could,
oh, of course.
with push. We're taking quotes on, we've got 3 people quoting for us, getting our pro shop, the building painted, so that's going to happen sometime, hopefully,
Oh, okay.
at the golf course,
Is in need of a coat?
very much.
Do you have any comments, Brandy?
I do not.
Are you sure?
I am.
Just thought we'd check. Anyone else have any more comments?
Nope.
No? No? Our next meeting is May 8th, and that's probably the earliest it can be, because it's always the second Thursday, hence that would be May 1st. I think it's May 8th.
What is
That game Golden Tee.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's correct.
And as we have completed our agenda, we are adjourned at 5:43.